It's halfway past April, actually a bit more than halfway past April at this point, which means that very soon ranked doors will come to an end. So if you aren't in Bloxxer yet, then it's time to lock in, and I'm here today to help you guys out with 5 reasons why you aren't Roblox Bloxxer. Number 1, Youre Too Kind. Doors ranked by nature is a very toxic game mode, and there's no place for kind people here. And that's just the honest truth. If you're not being brutal, griefing other players, you'll get absolutely cooked. Unlike regular doors, where companionship will actually benefit you to beat the game, there's no teamwork in ranked doors, and your goal is to make sure that you outsurvive everyone else. So your best move here is to be griefing other players as often as possible. As a matter of fact, the game even encourages this because most of the points that you can gain comes from griefing other players. Whether it's throwing a box at a group of people, stealing their lockers so they get hit by a rush, or knocking them over with a giant bomb, these all get you way more points than just surviving to the next room. The best advice I have to give here is that at the start of every round, make sure you're just slightly behind the group, so when you pick up a box next to a doorway and throw it at everyone going through the doorway, you're guaranteed to hit at least 4 or 5 people and send them tumbling all with one box. And that stockpiles your points super fast. So don't get offended if people are throwing chairs or trees at you. It's all part of the game and you should be doing the same. Number 1.5. You're just this guy and you're dying to a huge skill issue. Game mode. Thank you, Chris. At this point, the only thing you can really do is get better. I have no advice for you. You kind of just suck. Now, unless your skin looks exactly like this person, your username is Excalibur, then you don't have to worry. But if you are this person, then I only have one thing to say to you, and it's been passed down from generation to generation. Failure! Number 2, you're being way too aggressive. Now I know we just came from being too kind, but there's a limit to both ends. You don't want to be getting people out of the game way too fast because that actually doesn't work to your favor as much as you think. Remember how I said that your points doesn't come from just survival, but actually griefing other players? Well, you can't get points from griefing other players if there's no players to grief. Now I know sometimes it's not your choice that Excalibur joined you in the elevator, but if you manage to find a gun early game, you might want to hold on to that rather than instantly blowing the shot and then missing a target that's point blank. You also don't want to always be first. Now I know those Bloxxers in the top 10 or top 20 are going to beg to differ, but the honest truth is, you're not them, you're not him. If you go in front, you're gonna get clapped by gills and then a rush that follows right after. And then after losing the rest of your health bar to eyes, you realize that everyone else is nowhere to be seen because they're already now 20 doors ahead of you and you get voided into your death. Yes, there are certain circumstances where you do want to be first, and being first does give you a lot of those juicy items that you'd really want in the late game, but so does the side rooms. There are so many people that just be sleeping on the amount of OP items that just pop up on the floor. And these side rooms give you the perfect in plain sight hiding spots from rush in case one comes along. The farther you are from the person in first place, the more speed boost you'll gain. It's actually so much easier to catch up to first place than you might think, and if you are in first place, it's almost always meaningless because the others can catch up so quickly, and you can almost never outrun somebody, which is why it is always safer to hide first and then catch up rather than trying to get to that next room and then missing your chance to hide and then losing a crucial health bar from it. With the exception of ambush, because with ambush it just comes so often that you actually do lose out on way too much time. What you want to do instead is, rather than just being comfortable with the lockers around you, you want to look ahead at the other players and see where they're hiding. So then, when you get out, you can run towards their hiding spot because they themselves can't use the same hiding spot twice in order to hide when ambush comes back. Staying a bit farther back also allows you way more time to grief the players in front of you because they'll most likely all be clumped up as they're passing through doors. Now again, you want to save your high damaging items like the A90 sign or the golden pistol for a late game. Towards the start, you want to be throwing props as much as you can at the other players in order to start racking up those points. Even if you use a high damaging weapon, like honestly you heal way too fast early game, that doesn't really matter. You don't want them dead early game anyways, and it's so much better saving those items in order to finish off players that you find difficult to deal with towards the end game. Speaking of items, let's go into number 3. You don't know how to combo the items or use them to its full potential. I see so many people sleeping on these, I forgot what these are called, I'm just calling them impulse grenades, but these are so powerful when used correctly. Like, I see so many people just throwing them down and wasting them, trying to knock people over for fun. Yeah, sure, it can get you some points pretty quickly, but honestly, it's so much more powerful when you combo them with other items. For example, my favorite trick to do is to use the A90 sign on someone. Even if I don't use it on someone and I'm using it while I approach a group of people, I just use it preemptively, but then pair it with the impulse grenade, so then everyone gets knocked off their feet. Now this animation actually triggers A90 and guarantees that everyone gets hit rather than just one person and having everyone else just stand still. Bonus points if it's starting rush, and not only will they get hit by A90 or impulse grenade, but they'll also get hit by the rush coming right after to clean up all your dirty work. Another OP combo is using an A90 sign and then shooting a player that's low so they stand still and you guarantee hit your shot. And if they move, well, they get hit by A90 and that's pretty much the damage of your shot anyways. There's also comboing the impulse grenade with a big bomb in order to make sure that your bomb hits and deal a ton of damage. There's so many good combos. I even use 2 impulse grenades and chain them with each other in order to shoot someone into the vacuum. So yeah, explore your item's potential a bit, and this is also another good reason to keep hold of your items till late game so you have more of an opportunity to chain multiple items on each other. Number 4, you don't have good game sense. Knowing the layouts of the rooms that you go into immediately, knowing the sound cues of each entity, constantly looking around for screech so you don't get sneak attacked, and knowing how to dodge eyes and lookman by looking down, but also knowing when to look up to search for giggles. All of these basic mechanics are really important to master in order to actually be really good at doors. Now I know to a lot of you this is common sense, you guys have been playing for a good half month by now, but it's still something to keep in mind because a lot of people tend to forget. And also, sometimes there's just no predicting it. Like, eyes will just hit you up nowhere through the next room and you wouldn't even be looking at it. And that's another reason not to be first, because if you see other people get damaged upon entering a room, then you would know that in that room there's probably eyes or something. Or if they're first, they'll get hit by giggles and tank the shot for you. This is especially important in sudden death because any damage you take will instantly kill you, and by going first you not only leave your back open, but you expose yourself to these extra risks. And this leads us into my last reason, which is you just got unlucky or you haven't grinded enough. It's gonna happen to the best of us, whether it's lag or exiting too early and a blitz comes back and unfairly hits you twice, but sometimes those things are just going to happen. Getting to Bloxxer is going to take some grinding, albeit the process will be much faster and easier if you do win games. I'm gonna be honest with you, these top 10, top 100 players, they're probably not even as good as some people farther down in the ranks, but they're just higher up because they played way more. That's not to take any credit away from their achievements because they still have to play to a really high level every single time, but if you play more, you're going to rank higher. That's just how it goes. So if you're still hard stuck in anything but Bloxxer, this is the sign to get back on and grind those few last nights in order to get yourself that rank before this event is over. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button to let me know you enjoy this type of content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!